Hello and welcome back. It has been quite the time. Hope you all are doing well. We are vintage cubing. There's Misery Shadow in Vintage Cube. Okay. The creature opponent controls would die, exile it instead. So it's Graveyard Hate, and you can grow it. That's kind of sweet. I mean, the art's very appealing. They made a lot of changes to the cube. There's two important ones we need to talk about. First of all, your boy the Tubby Dragon is back in the cube. So we're now drafting live to that dream. That's quite exciting. The second one is much more disappointing. They cut Mana Tithe from the cube. Overall, this is probably a net positive. I was one of the only people who played Mana Tithe, and I think it's like genuinely way too strong. White was just too good. So it's probably overall better, but it hurts. As a Mana Tithe enjoyer myself, it definitely hurts. What am I taking from this pack? I was talking too much. We'll just take care of Mesa, I guess. Stay open. Starting with fetch isn't too bad. They added Rabbit Battery. That's interesting. Overall, you can read about the changes. There's a bunch of changes. They made like a lot of changes actually to the cube. Pretty happy with a lot of them. They're just trying out archetypes, which I'm always a fan of. Just seeing what sticks. So, you know, changing things up is good. The old cube had a lot of chaff. You know, I was looking at the changes, and like all the cards they were removing, I was like, I never played that card anyway, so I don't really care. So I'm not too mad about it. I have Arid Mace. I could take Badlands and just kind of try and move into one of my favorite archetypes, which is red-black. I'm kind of going to do that. I just love playing that archetype. I know I've been passing a bunch of other cards, but we'll see if we can get there. Well, there's Shieldred. Ooh, Bone Crusher Giant, Phyrexian Revoker. Touch the Spirit Realm has some awesome art. Divide Triumph is Mardu. Ooh, that's also a good one. I think Bone Crusher is probably the best out of this pack. Shieldred is pretty good too, but 4s are easy to come by. So I'm going to take the 2. There's also a Retrofitter Foundry. Probably a good pick as well because it just goes in any deck. Orcish Lumberjack. What does this do? Chrome Host Seed Shark. When you cast a non-creature spell, Incubate X, or exit the spell's mana value, and you can turn them into Phyrexians for 2 mana. Pretty sweet. Not upset about that. Ooh, they added Life Death. This is basically just reanimate. I'd be surprised if life gets cast too often, but it is cool that it exists as an option. I'm gonna take Firebolt, I think. Cryptic Command, this is like moderately late for the card, but not crazy. Maybe I'll just take Wheel of Fortune or Lumberjack, actually. Those are both sweet cards. Just take Wheel of Fortune. Well, never made Lumberjack work. I also love Jund. Let's take Wheel of Fortune. I think Lumberjack tends to come around. And a wheel is almost certainly not wheeling. So I'll take this card first. What is this? You may sacrifice a mountain rather than pay its mana cost. 5 damage to creature or planeswalker. Wow, they're going deep. I mean, that's not terrible, right? Free spells are good. Not too upset about it. They added the ultimatums, though. Run Breaker of Silence. What does this guy do? Can't be countered, trample. Basically the least killable card in the history of killable cards. Cool. Blue looks open. There's a Jace. Maybe Magma Opus is a sweet one too. Take that. I don't think my dreams of, you know, black-red are necessarily alive. Collective Brutality is fine, but I'm seeing some really strong late blue cards here. I do have Badlands. Let's be honest. I've never been able to draft Cruel Ultimatum. Wow, they added Fire Covenant? Oh no. That's a messed up card. 3 mana. Pay X life, just Plague Wind your opponent. Not too bad. There's Inquisition, Inspired Ultimatum, Time Warp. Probably gotta take the cheap card here. We'll figure out how to cast this Cruel Ultimatum later. I think Dream Halls is still in the cube, so we're living the dream. Okay, Splinter Twin, Zerda, Salient. There's so many cards I don't know what they do. What do you do? Starting with you, each player votes for a thing. Return gets more votes. Each player gets 2 cards from their graveyard and exiles it. If Embark gets more votes or is tied. Okay, so it's an instant speed wheel basically because you can always tie the vote. That's kind of spicy. Discard their hand and draw 7 cards. I don't know what this has to do with green, but that's spicy. Okay. We'll try out new cards here. Let me read this again. It's an instant speed 4 mana Wheel of Fortune in blue-green. If Embark gets more votes or the vote is tied, Each player may discard their hand and draw 7 cards. Crazy. Pentad Prism? I guess kind of fits what's going on here. I know we've gone off the rails, but I'm not sorry at all because this is kind of cool. There's our Darkslick Shores. There's also a Cabal Ritual to help with Cruel Ultimatum and stuff. Obviously, the white cards. Thraben Inspector comes around, which is just crazy to me. Darkslick Shores versus Cabal Ritual. I'll take the Ritual, I suppose. Looking like a very different deck than I started out with, but that's okay. Shieldred would be so good in this deck too. That's the unfortunate part. Yeah, Shieldred doesn't come around. Regrowth is kind of spicy. Doretti's pretty bad. Ophiomancer is pretty bad. I think Regrowth. If I'm playing Sail into the West, I'm likely playing Regrowth. I could also play it as a failsafe, take Tidehollow Scholar and go into something safe, but we didn't come here to do that. Spirebluff Canal is perfect. Ooh, Tropical Island versus the Lumberjack. Lumberjack's kind of sweet with Wheel of Fortune, but I need a forest. I'm just gonna take the island. Here we have Mind Collapse, Teferi, Collective Brutality. Take the Brutality, I guess. Not likely to want Teferi, although we could be in like 5-color Planeswalker control. I think just having cheap interactions is probably where we want to be. Okay, Inspired Ultimatum. Give me Dream Halls. I'm really, really disappointed they didn't add Pyromancer's Goggles to this cube too, because then I could really go off with like my favorite archetype in anything ever. Alright, Xander's Lounge does a bunch of stuff. Fractured Identity is just a messed up card. Force of Will can keep us alive. We don't have any blue cards. Displacer Kitten is crazy, but I don't have any Planeswalkers currently. Fractured Identity kind of just solidly puts me in 5 colors. Oh, Fast Bond. Right now I have Wheel of Fortune and Sail into the West. Yeah, let's do that. That's the route I want to go. Fast Bond plus Wheel of Fortune plus Field of the Dead. What does this do? Search your library for non-human, put it into play. We don't care about that. Field of the Dead versus Preordain. I mean, the problem with this card is I need so many resources or lands for that to work. I think I just take this Preordain. Help me hit the Fast Bond and whatnot. Sneak Attack, Treachery, Temple Garden. So I passed the Fractured Identity, so I don't really need the Temple Garden. Atrax is interesting. If I do get Dream Halls, this is what they cut Mana Tithe for, which, you know, it's a more general card. I get it, I guess. I could also try and go for some, like, let's take Sneak Attack here. Because there's like 3 big good Sneak Attack targets in that pack, and I only need one of them to come around. Okay, what do we got? Goldspan Dragon. The man, the myth, the legend himself. Tubby Dragon. We love a good Tubby Dragon. This pack's pretty bad for us overall. I mean, we have Sneak Attack Inferno Titan, which is kind of cool. Goldspan Dragon does help us cast our ultimatums. It's fine with Sneak Attack, right? It's just when it attacks, you make a treasure, so it only gives you 1 extra mana. Inferno Titan Sneak Attack is good, but we're like never casting that card. Sakura Tribalder's fine, but we don't really care about that. Grist. I mean, we're in the colors for Grist, and Grist is kind of messed up. Can you Sneak Attack Grist into play? I don't actually know how this works, but you might be able to sneak Grist into play. I need more confirmation on that. Zagoth Triome. Whoops with our mana a lot. Think that. Okay. There's a lot of things here. Mystical Tutor doesn't really help us. What does this do? 5 mana, 3/3 flying lifelink haste. Wow, what? Okay, so that does a lot of stuff. Probably just gonna take Expressive Iteration, although Sneak Attack Ulamog is pretty good as well. It's not quite Emrakul, but it is. Alright, I'll take the Ulamog. We need the ability to cheese some wins here. Echo of Aeons. Yeah. Take that if we get Lion's Eye Diamond, then we can do some stuff there. Sneak Attack Worldspine Worm's kind of funny. But we're all in on this Fast Bond strategy. Fast Bond Wheels, and then play our lands that we draw, plus Sneak Attack Ulamog. We're gonna get Dream Hall somewhere. Everything's gonna be fine. Don't even worry about it. We got a Shelldeck Isle. Shelldeck Isle plus Wheel of Fortune is a combo. There's probably someone drafting Storm who is just like so confused. And you know what? We're here for it. Factor Fiction. So that can put Echo Vans in the discard. Fast Spawn's good. Waterlogged Grove can help us cast Fast Spawn or Preordain. Bayou can help with our mana as well. I mean, the question is how many four mana cards do I really need here? That is a good question. I think I just take Bayou. Although I already have Zagoth Triome. Meh. This will make other fetches better in the future. We do get Field of the Dead, which I guess I'll play here. Primeval Titan. You know what? That is a good sneak attack target. Yeah, sure. Prime time it is. You go here. The ultimatums all cost 7, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they're all here. This is just like an excellent mana curve. Thespian save. Okay, what does this Titan do? When it dies, create a 3/3 golem with flying, vigilance, and trample. So it is a good sneak target. We do have fast spawn Ramanop Excavator though. I think I'm gonna go that direction a little bit more. Hangerback Walker. I guess I'll take Urborg instead of a swamp just to go with Field of the Dead. Murderous Rider. I guess probably not playing it. Birthing Pod. No, there's no way. Even I have limits sometimes. All right, last pack. We need some help. The One Ring is kind of broken, so I like that. Marsh Flats, Library of Alexandria. I mean, Library can help with our fast bond plan. Marsh Flats currently can grab Zagoth Triome or Bayou or Badlands, so that gets a lot of mana. We also have Ramanop Excavator, so that's a good one to consider. I mean, Library is good. I think I just need to have fetches for fast bond plus this guy. Time Walk's pretty solid. Not going to complain about that. Mana Flare actually could help this deck a lot, so that's kind of funny. But we have Regrowth Time Walk, so I think that's the direction we probably have to head. Pretty good Golos deck too, actually. What else does this deck need? I mean, we're pretty much like, we have to run a lot of lands because we're kind of needing to hit fast bond to do anything. Unless we find Dream Halls, in which case we can do a whole lot. Because with Ulamog in our deck, with Dream Halls, all of our, Wheel of Fortune, Sail into the West, all of those discard our hand. So we could discard our Ulamog and then draw our hand again. And we could just keep casting ultimatums and then getting Ulamog back. That would be really sick. I am going very hard in Dream Halls, which it'd be funny if they removed it from the cube and I missed it. But Echo of Aeon's Dream Halls, you discard it to play a card, flash it back from the discard is pretty good. Okay. What is Baleful Mastery? You can spend 2 mana instead of 4 and make an opponent draw a card. Not that terrible. Here we have Brainstorm, Lotus Petal, bunch of other stuff. I don't know if this is really a Lotus Petal deck. I think it's a Brainstorm deck. Glorybringer. The Friend. Oh my gosh. How do they do this to me? There's also a Ketria Triome Utopia Sprawl. I mean, Glorybringer can just save you from so much nonsense. I also have Sneaky Kiki. I could sneak attack Kiki Jiki Primeval Titan. It's a little bit sketchy. I could just take a Ketria Triome that makes a lot of my mana better. Although, I guess Arid Mesa can grab it. Because we're basically a Teamer deck. I don't think I'm I'm a Teamer deck that's trying to cast Cruel Ultimatum, I suppose. Do I think people will pass the Glorybringer? This card's so good. Probably not. Probably not. We take that. Brain Freeze, Soul Transfer, Force of Vigor. Is this an Omnath deck? This is definitely a get hit by Sundering Titan deck. Every time I draft a deck like this, Sundering Titan comes over my way and just ruins my day. It's very unpleasant. Do I have a fetchable white source at all? Because that would make Omnath a lot better. I mean, I'm going to take it, I think. There's nothing else that a reasonable deck would want. Wait, we did it. There's LED. Is LED even good here? LED is good with specifically Echo of Aeons. It makes our mulligan decisions better. Because we could just mulligan into LED Echo, cast it. We do have Ramanop plus Crucible plus Fast Bond now. So that's another option. We only have 2 fetches, but it does make mulliganing kind of funny. Because we could just go Fast Bond, Crucible, play our whole deck, but we would need one of the two fetches in our hand. Scrubland makes Omnath a lot more consistent. I think I'm gonna do that. I mean, Turnabout's good, Typhoon's good. I would love Crucible, and LED is funny. But I think Scrubland, giving both of these white fetches so I don't have to put a white card in my deck, is pretty nice. I feel a little bit bad because now we get a Jetmir's Garden, but here we are. What does this do? When I enter the battlefield, choose 2, destroy an artifact, players gain 5 life, make a Rhino, put a shield counter. That's fine, I guess. Jetmir's Garden's fine. Dig Through Time versus Mystic Confluence. I like Dig Through Time because I guess Echo Van shuffles, but the rest of our stuff, Inquisition, Preordain, puts cards in the graveyard. So that's helpful. We'll take a dig. I don't think I'm getting Dream Halls, but that's okay. Garrick. What is this? I've never seen so many of these cards. Deals 1 damage to each opponent and each planeswalker. Then creatures get bigger, and you exile stuff. That's kind of cool. Garrick gives me hope. Ashen Rider is another good sneak target. If I get Mana Flare in particular, I'm gonna take Garrick. Okay, then we get Rankle. Avenger of Zendikar Fast Bond is kind of funny. We could like sneak it in and then play a bunch of stuff. A Braid can help us stay alive. Scrapwork Mutt can help us just like live through our turn and not just immediately die to whatever our opponents do. You know, this deck does a lot of things. I guess we're taking Scrapwork Mutt. Okay, we got Mana Flare. I have Garrick Mana Flare. There's also Blood Crypt Escape to the Wilds. I have Badlands, so I don't need Blood Crypt. This is a funny Mana Flare deck. Like a really funny one. It's so bad, but here we are. Alright, we're in. We are in. Raging Ravine, maybe. I don't know. Graven Cairns, Kiki Jiki. Kiki Jiki plus Glorybringer and all that stuff is actually kind of good. I don't really have much black mana for Graven Cairns, so we'll take Kiki. Force of Vigor for the sideboard. We have almost enough green cards. We could take Brain Freeze as just like a way to cheese people. That's probably more likely to come up than Force of Vigor actually being played. Oh, Turnabout. Okay. Okay. We did it. Mana Flare, Turnabout, Ultimatums, Sneak Attack, Glorybringer, Primeval Titan. The ultimate deck. Okay, I'm being kind of facetious, but we have Mana Flare plus Time Walk. So like if you have 4 lands in play, you just play Mana Flare, cast Time Walk, untap, do a bunch of stuff. Not terrible. We have Fast Bond plus Mana Flare. If we could just play a turn 1 Mana Flare, our opponent gets like 2 mana, and then we untap with like 6. And we have so much nonsense to do, that's kind of sick. This is just looking really spicy. Let's see how many black cards we can cut. We'll start there. Because we want a lot of lands. We want like at least 18 lands in this deck, probably. So right now this would be a 16 land deck. But we can go bigger. What are we doing here? How did you guys not stop me? That's what I want to know. That goes there. Do I cut the Scrapwork Mutt? Yes. We'll just mulligan. That's the game plan. Just mulligan. We got a lot of 4s. I mean, this is 18 land plus Fast Bond. I probably... You know, I could cut all my black sources, but I want the mana for Field of the Dead, and black's kind of free, so I think I could just play Cruel Ultimatum anyway. I'm basically deciding, do I bring in Kiki Jiki? It's only good with Glorybringer Primetime. I don't think I do. I think I just do this. Urborg will help us cast the ultimatums. We want a lot of early green, so let's figure out how much early green we have. Sort by mana value. So this is a green. 1, 2, 3, kind of. This can grab green through Bayou. So 4, 5. Arid Mesa, red or white. Arid Mesa can't grab green. That's unfortunate. So I think we need actually a lot of forests here. I don't think we need any more white mana, so I'm dropping that. Blue, we need Turnabout. Dig through time, brainstorm, preordain. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, our mana situation's bad. I guess this is blue for 5. I know we have 5 blue sources. Printed Prism is 6. 7, 8 seems good. I don't think I need a red. I'll just do 3, 4, and 2. Because I really only need 1 blue source. I'm only casting Turnabout if I have Mana Flare in play most of the time. Although, you know, if you do have Fast Spawn, you just Turnabout with a bunch of mana in play. That's pretty good. And then we're just hard casting Ulamogs, sneak attacking some stuff, hard casting Glorybringers. Seems kind of sick, to be honest. Let's go over red mana, because that's the only last sketchy thing. 1, 2. Does Marshplatch get red? Yes. 3, 4, 5 red sources right now. I think we need 1 more, so I'm going to cut this for a mountain. Alright, we're going to run the deck like that. See you all round 1. Oh, right, we're playing against Bad Player for Life. Tell them good luck, have fun. We got a spicy deck. Okay, so let's go through the list of things. Any playable cards? No. Fast Bond? No. Let's mulligan. This hand is pretty good, actually. We're gonna keep this and just bottom the Ramanop Excavator. And just aim for like a fast Glorybringer and hope that does it. I'm on board with that. I could also do a fast sneak attack if that ends up better. So they're going to level up Tree Speaker, then we get to kill it with Glorybringer. Marsh Flats can grab Badlands. The only thing I'm missing right now is white. I can also just grab a Plains, but I think I want to grab red here because I have red cards in hand. Makes sense to me. Go black, red, Printed Prism. Pass. And like, I kind of want to play Sneak Attack, but at the same time, I want to just exert Glorybringer. Because it's so good against mono green. They just have Steve, we don't care about that. Turnabout, okay. Yeah, we're just gonna play Glorybringer. We didn't come here not to play dragons. Do. Attack and exert. Kill your friend. Good luck! Can you beat a single dragon? Because my deck doesn't do much more than that, to be honest. So far, the answer is no. Shelldock Isle is pretty good. I think we're gonna get down Sneak Attack first. Pass turn. Because now they can't really play Planeswalkers or creatures here. Noxious Gearhulk. Kogla. No! Fine. It fights up to 1 target creature. Wow, that's like the perfect card here. It kills my Glorybringer and it then attacks and kills my Sneak Attack. Brutal. Oh, would you look at that? Play Shelldock Isle. I would like to put a Time Walk under here. Well, thank you very much. So I can Sail into the West is an instant. If the vote is tied, each player discards their hand and then draws 7 cards. So I'm going to let them Kogla, kill my Sneak Attack, because I already played my land, get a new hand, and then Time Walk. Seems pretty good. And if I had the ability to Turnabout here, it doesn't really help, right? When it attacks, destroy target artifact or enchant. I mean, they could kill Printed Prism, but no. Sneak Attack is gone. Okay, they get the Chariot. I mean, that's a lot of stuff in play, but it is nothing compared to whatever I'm about to do. And Rafellos. Okay, that's pretty good. So they'll have like a lot of mana and stuff next turn. All right, Sail into the West. Show me what you can do, card. And I'm voting for Embark. If Embark gets more votes or the vote is tied. It is a little sad that Turnabout is in my hand because that's kind of a card I wanted post stuff, but hopefully I just draw Mana Flare and then I can go like Fast Bond, Mana Flare, Time Walk, untap, discard hand and draw 7 cards. Yes. My opponent had Nissa. Okay, we do have Fast Bond. We have Cruel Ultimatum. We have Regrowth. Okay, we can do some stuff here. Preordain. So I get to take a lot of turns because I get to go Fast Bond and all of that. I probably want Omnath in addition. So let's go, let me think this through. Fast Bond basically pays for itself. I need Sheldock plus blue. And then Omnath is tricky. I have to play Scrubland for the Omnath. Can I even play Omnath here? I don't actually have any hits left for Marsh Flats either, because Ramanop's got used. So Omnath can give me... I need this. No, I can't even cast Omnath here. So that being said, we can go Fast Bond. Then I can play an island, cast Time Walk. We're doing something. Okay. Then I can regrowth and then play Time Walk, and that just gives me like a lot of turn here. I think I like that. Take a damage. Cast regrowth on Time Walk. Then play Time Walk. So I have 2 turns lined up. I have 1 turn remaining. Raging Ravine. So I suppose we should start with Preordain, because I can still play Omnath afterwards. Echo of Aeons is pretty sick. Put that on top. So we're going to play Raging Ravine, take a damage, play Echo of Aeons. Then Echo of Aeons is in my discard. Okay. Then I get to go land, take a damage. Land? I guess there's no reason to play that one right now. So then I pass to my... This is my final turn currently. Field of the Dead would be kind of sick to find right now. I guess I was supposed to play the Mountain first for that reason. I get to go Mountain. What do I want to do here? Because I can Wheel of Fortune just to like draw a bunch of cards. I can resolve a sneak attack, which I think will be pretty good. Yeah, I think winning here involves sneak attack. And I want mana for Turnabout and Mana Flare and all that. This is my only white source, but I think we'll get there. So yeah, let's just play Wheel of Fortune. No, I need sneak attack, right? If I sneak Ulamog, it doesn't really get me there. Alright, we're gonna go sneak attack. Oh, I can put regrowth on top. Yeah, I like that. Brainstorm here. There's Mana Flare. I like that too. Yeah, let's put regrowth on top of my deck and Preordain. Play Field of the Dead. And I just need to find Time Walk again. So right now, Mana Flare costs 3, doesn't really add mana, but it will in the future. Yeah, I think I need to play Mana Flare. Then I can Wheel of Fortune, floating a red. Or let's float a blue so I can Echo of Aeons. There's the Time Walk, so we get to go Tropical Island. Okay. Make a zombie. Urborg. Make a zombie. This is incredible. Tap for black. Let's go ahead and cast Time Walk here. Seems pretty good to me. Play Spire Bluff Canal. I have 3 mana remaining. So let's head green and use this to regrowth our Time Walk. Pass turn. Take another extra turn. Inspired Ultimatum. Incredible. So let's go this and blue. We'll start off with the Time Walk. Then I guess I'll Preordain. Both good cards. Let's add red. Activate Sneak Attack. Put this into play. Then let's Inspired Ultimatum targeting our opponent to gain 5 life, 5 damage to any target. Let's just hit them for 5. Or no, let's kill our fellows. And then we go white, white, red, red, blue, blue. Seems good. Yeah. That's just how you do it. It's as clean as that. If you weren't already aware, the game that I spent almost the last 2 years designing full-time, Algomancy, is now on Kickstarter. So if you want to get a copy of this game, you got a couple days left to back it. So many of you have been so supportive, and we've already blown past any of my expectations for this game, but I just wanted to make sure anyone who didn't know about the game had a chance to get it. If you like my playstyle, if you like the cube that I designed, just want to support me and be a part of this, you get a full cubable game for $69, a bunch of unique factions, and the unique part about this game is you're drafting in the game. So rather than cube draft where you have to draft your deck and then play, Algomancy features the ability to draft live in the game. There's also constructed, you can cube draft it. There's a bunch of different ways to play this game, but check it out in the description if you're interested at all. I promise the game is so much fun to play. You could playtest it in my Discord as well. Otherwise, just enjoy the video. Okay, how do we sideboard against mono green? I could bring in Collective Brutality just as like one more early removal spell. But like, it's a pretty good matchup, to be honest. On the draw, yeah, I think I need Brutality on the draw just so I can kill Rafellos before things get too out of hand. Let's be realistic here. Probably don't need this Inspired Ultimatum. It's funny. Although drawing 5 cards is maybe better than Cruel Ultimatum, I don't think it matters. They both basically just say you win the game if you cast this. Oh, pretty good hand. This is nonsensical. I'll keep, I guess. Okay, they do have the Tree Speaker in the opener. But we have good stuff going on. I'm gonna play Raging Ravine. Because if I draw Bone Crusher Giant, I would like to play that turn 2. I don't think I'm gonna Time Walk turn 2. I think we're gonna set up for like Mana Flare Time Walk and then go. But this gives me the most options for like turn 2. Take off Triumph lets me have black mana. I mean, I'm not dying this turn probably. So, didn't really bring any black mana. Let's play Shelldock. Ooh, okay. I guess I did bring in the Brutality. Wheel of Fortune versus Fast Bond. Because I have Mana Flare, Wheel of Fortune on the bottom. I mean, I basically just need, I think I just take Fast Bond. Go ahead. I just need to get someone down to 20 cards in deck. We don't care about Tireless Tracker. They only have 2 cards in hand, and if they keep drawing, they will eventually, like... Okay, now that's scary because they can tutor for something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have to worry about that in the near future. Let's just play our tap land. Well, actually, I can either play our tap land or I can fetch with Arid Mesa and then cycle the tap land. I can also just tap out for Mana Flare, but then I just die to create a Host Behemoth if they have it, so probably not that one. I think I want to cycle because that brings my deck size smaller, so it makes it easier for me to hit Fast Bond off Shelldock. Okay, Kogla on top. They're just cracking clues. Exploration. Okay, so they're just green-black. They have Kogla in hand. Now they have Exploration in hand. Which is kind of sick, actually, with what they got going on. Yep, Delighted Halfling's fine. So they can hit me for 6, 7, 8 damage. Honestly, even just like Turnabout stops them next turn. Let's grab Scrubland so we can just play Omnath. And I guess I'll just cycle this now. Okay, Bayou. Okay, so we draw Island. How much mana am I gonna have next turn? So this turn I get to go Mana Flare, Time Walk. I don't think it's quite enough, but they just have Kogla in hand. I'm taking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, I mean, I can just play Omnath here. And then if they play Kogla, which costs 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they can tap out for Kogla, kill my Omnath. We don't care that much about that. We just do the math again. Mana Flare, Time Walk, I'll have 8. Maybe I actually do have enough. I think I'm playing this regardless. Because I have blue, white, red, green here. So if I go Mana Flare, Time Walk, I untap, I play another land, Then I go Regrowth, Time Walk, Primeval Titan. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Mana Flare, Time Walk. Next turn. Not bad. Okay. Then we get to go. I need green and blue here, so let's go Bayou. Green, green, blue, blue, and this will still have green, so then we get to go Regrowth on Time Walk. Play Time Walk. Play our Primeval Titan. Good friend. Primeval Titan. Grab Field of the Dead. And I guess I have Cruel Ultimatum. But I want red mana. Let's grab Badlands. I don't know. I don't think it matters. Marsh Flats can grab Badlands. I guess I want that. Cool. Then we get our extra turn. Okay. Fetch. Put Badlands into play. Get a zombie. Play Omnath here. White, white. Green, green. Blue, blue. Red, red. Player Omnath. Ramanop's pretty good. Let's play an island. Make a thing. Activate Shelldock. I have plenty of mana, right? Yeah, activate Shelldock. We have 20 cards in deck. Then we get to go Forest. Do a bunch of stuff. I kind of want Ramanop Excavator, but I don't think it matters that much. Play Echo Veons. Cool. Cool, cool. What else am I doing? Glorybringer seems good. I mean, I gave them a bunch of stuff, so I need to make sure I don't die. So is there any chance of me... I mean, I get to play this Forest here. Garruk is free. Get to play Garruk. I mean, I can Ulamog their lands away, I think. But I don't even need to. I think I just flashback Echo Veons here. I'll play this land first. Get a zombie blocker. I can Bone Crusher the thing. I don't think any of that matters though. Let's just flashback Echo. There's a land. There's Turnabout. So I could just Turnabout their lands on upkeep, I guess, is like the safest. Do that. Play this. Arid Mesa. I think, yeah, I could just cast Preordain. See if I can find Time Walk here. Wheel of Fortune, Sneak Attack. Bottom that, top Wheel of Fortune. I guess at that point, let's just do this. Do this, do this, do this. Turnabout myself. Let's see if I even have something to fetch. I do. I appreciate my opponent letting me go through this. Turnabout. Did I just kill them? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not quite. Land untap. Cool. Go Pentad Prism. Let's play Glorybringer. Let's play Wheel of Fortune. Pretty good. Play Urborg. This might be my favorite thing that I have ever done. Let's add black. Doesn't really matter. Add red. Add blue. Cruel Ultimatum targeting you. Cool, cool. Go ahead and play a Brainstorm. There's our Time Walk. At blue. Time Walk. Regrowth our Time Walk. That was potentially the best thing I've ever done in Vintage Cube. And I wasn't even done. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you next round. Alright, we're playing against my friend Fats. Tell them good luck, have fun. See what this deck can do. Going first. Yeah, I mean, this hand almost makes the deck look like it's a normal deck, which I don't like, because we are far from normal. But let's just lead off on Preordain, because We're really just looking for fast bond. Garrick Mana Flare. I wish I knew what maybe I'm supposed to wait to preordain so I know what matchup we're in. I like Mana Flare. I mean, I have all the mana. I think I just bought them both. Feel the Dead's fine. Maybe that was wrong, but I can always fetch with Arid Mesa to put them back on into my deck. Another green deck. Okay, I'm probably just gonna stomp that guy. Turnabout's fine. I can't actually grab red anymore, I don't think, with Arid Mesa, so that's something to keep in mind. Just do this now. In hindsight, Mana Flare would have been pretty sick with this turnabout. Next turn, we get to go Pented Prism, Field of the Dead, probably. Oh, no plays from the opponent? Okay. Well, free roam. Mana Tide's not even in the cube anymore. I don't even have to worry. Do that. Play the Field of the Dead. Don't mind me, opponent. Just doing some stuff over here. Oh, poor opponent is not doing anything. And we have Ramanov Excavator. I mean, there's not a whole lot of reason to do anything else. It was just player friend. Get lands into play for Field of the Dead. Next turn. Okay, Elvish Mystic. Don't care too much about that. Let's fetch. I think it's just Scrubland that I have, but I can actually... Oh, Endurance. Sure. That's fine. You got me. Wild. They traded 2 cards to deny me 1 fetch? Potentially? Alright. I mean, Arid Mesa being in my deck is, I guess, bad, but they don't know that. Dig Through Time. That also is relevant. Do I want to play Wheel? I don't really feel the need to, but like this deck also kind of does. Let's wait until I have a land drop. Attack them for 2. I could turn about their lands, but that seems silly. But if they somehow like natural order into Crater Hoof, I guess. I don't know. I have turnabout available if things get really bad. Regrowth? Sure. You got it. Man, Magic is easy sometimes. When your opponent just doesn't do anything for so long. Okay, there's Echo of Aeon, so I think now we can probably just do the thing. Turnabout nets me 1 mana. Sure. But it does waste my Pented Prism. I think that's fine. Go blue. Me. And untap. Then we're just gonna go Wheel of Fortune. My opponent's probably ecstatic until they learn we have the dirtiest of combos. Okay. So you have to be careful. We can play shell. They just concede. No! Oh, what did they have? Oh. Glorybringer, 4th Arlingas, Lauren of the 3rd Path, Crater. So they do have Crater Hoof. They didn't even let me do the thing, though. This is definitely a collective brutality type situation on the draw. And I guess I get rid of Inspired Ultimatum because it's not very relevant. Sure. I think this might be a mulligan. They didn't even see Time Walk. They didn't see anything. Also mulligan. Ramanop plus Arid Mesa is some amount of value. I don't have green mana for Ramanop. I don't have Time Walk. That's a mulligan. This hand is pretty bad. That's a mulligan. This hand. Great. We're keeping it. Bottom Turnabout and Sneak Attack and Garrick. And 1 more, huh? I have a hard bargain. There's our forest. So we get a Zagoth Triome. And then we draw Wheel of Fortune, and everything is fine. Scare them with the Mana Tithe. This deck could really do with Faithless Looting as well. Okay. Badland's pretty good. Do that. Pented Prism. Black, red. I mean, this deck, if I draw Wheel of Fortune, this is just a good hand again. It's kind of the beauty of running 18 lands in your deck. Oh, okay. We don't care about that at all. I care about that a little bit. Actually, a medium amount. We can still draw Wheel of Fortune, though. You know what? Good enough for me. I mean, we kind of have to hit fast bond off of this to have any shot, but it is really funny. Well, this is just discard their hand and draw 7 cards. So they're gonna hit my mana again, which is pretty bad. There's no way I can stop this because this doesn't shuffle. So we just let that happen, I suppose. They're killing that. Now we sail into the west. I guess I don't sail into the west. I just float mana first. Now we do it. Blue, green. Play this. This card is ridiculous. Who thought this was a good idea? Instant speed Wheel of Fortune? Okay, so I'm choosing Embark. And we just need to draw Fast Bond. Because we have Echo of Vans in the discard. If I could just hit discard my hand, draw 7, yes. It did not hit Fast Bond. They discarded a bunch of stuff that actually is not very relevant. Reprieve is kind of bad, but... They draw Mox? That's not cool. And Ren and 6 Strip Mine. Well, Magic is a fun game sometimes. I need to hit Fast Bond very soon. Primeval Titan. So I can play Arid Mesa. They can't really strip mine that. And then we're just kind of holding this forest until Fast Bond comes into play. I mean, my opponent only has 4 mana as well. So like, not that much they can do. Except for hit me for like a lot of damage. I only have like 2 turns really. I take 5 here. Reprieve is in their discard. I don't have to worry about that. They did that post-combat, which is great for me. Yeah. I mean, we're pretty much dead. I'm gonna concede probably after this turn. Because now I can't even draw Time Walk. Does my deck give me any outs here? If I draw a Fast Bond, I can't do anything. I think I'm just dead here. Yeah, I'll just concede. Okay. I'm on the play though. I also mulliganed to 3 that game and we were like still in it, which is crazy to me. But I want Collective Brutality or I'd rather have the Ultimatum. I know they have Reprieve, so I think I want Brutality. Although Inquisition might be even just better on the play. No, I like the ability to gain life and stuff. Let's go first. Okay, what do we have? Regrowth, Bone Crusher Giant, a bunch of mana, and a pretty useless turnabout. This hand can draw well, so I will keep it. Yeah, I think Bone Crusher Giant's pretty good against their most decks. I mean, Strip Mine Locks or whatever. Can't really beat that. But they're more in the ignoble hierarch type of things. Let's go Bayou, stomp your thing. Next turn we can play Zagoth Triumph tapped, setting up for Garrick. Okay, not that scared of what they have. Dig Through Time's a little ambitious, but we're here. Yeah, I think I want to set up for Garrick. I could have played Scrubland untapped and just landed Bone Crusher Giant this turn, but I think Garrick unlocking double blue for things like Dig Through Time is probably where I want to be. They're holding up like Reprieve maybe? Nope, just give her birds. Okay, so they just have like a ton of mana stuff. Cruel Ultimatum. I'm actually kind of close with Turnabout. I'm not that far off. Cool. Let's go Scrubland. Play Garrick. And what am I doing with Garrick? If they kill my beast, they can attack Garrick with 2 things. I think I'm just untapping lands to scare them. I have nothing to regrowth. It is possible I'm supposed to not have a Cruel Ultimatum in my deck, but that isn't a world I want to live in. I really think if I draw any land, I can Cruel Ultimatum. I could be wrong though. This is a lot of mana. Pest Infestation to make a bunch of things. You know? It could be worse. It could be a lot worse. That's fine with me. That's really not that bad. Can I play Omnath here? Blue, green, red, white. Absolutely incredible. Get in there, Omnath. Let's draw a land. If I can keep hitting land drops here, that'll be so good. Oh, Time Walk's also pretty good. Do I wait a turn? No, I don't. Do this. Or cast or Time Walk. Pass turn. I just need to draw a fetch land, really any land, and we're just golden. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. I mean, I'm going to regrowth Time Walk because it's free. At this point, I might as well make a beast with Garrick. Regrowth. Time Walk. Just drawing lands would be so good, but it's cool. Play Time Walk. No attacks. Sneak attack. You know, that's pretty good. What am I doing? Not drawing lands kind of hurts. Not the end of the world. I actually can't sneak anything into play, but I could sneak attack into Wheel of Fortune. I only have 6 mana, so I can't actually Cruel Ultimatum. So we play sneak attack. They have 1 card in hand. Garrick just +1s, right? Yeah. I'm just gonna make a beast. If they want to kill Garrick, they have to attack with like literally everything. Obviously, Craterhoof kills me, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it just Craterhoof? What a world. Okay. I guess that's magic. I'm dead. Cool. Alright, see you guys next round. Alright, we're playing against Spider Monkey 1204. Tell him good luck, have fun. Sorry, that was all caps. Whatever. We're on the play. What are we doing here? We have Turnabout Mana Flare. Dig Through Time. I have 18 lands in my deck, but this hand doesn't go anywhere. I'll keep. If I need to just go Mana Flare, go. That is a possibility that we have the opportunity to explore together. Resource, land. Okay, I mean, any land and we can play the game, which would be cool. Croxa. That's actually like kind of a benefit. I'm gonna discard. I don't think this Ramanop is likely to do a whole lot, but Omnath is even less likely to do something, so. Land. Okay. There's that. Yep. We're not a coward. This is what we signed up for. Do your worst. Red-black is not very likely to be able to discard or kill the Mana Flare. If they're just passing with all their mana up, that's amazing for me. Go Raging Ravine. Turnabout myself. Land on tap. Cast Wheel of Fortune. I have a lot of green, so I'll just do this. Doesn't matter the order. They had Fire Covenant and lands. Wow. Okay. Sail into the West, Brainstorm, and all that jazz. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can't actually do everything I would like. So let's just wheel again, I suppose. It hurts to have all these in our discard. The alternative option is to Brainstorm here and try and hit something. I actually kind of like that, because if I hit a target for Sneak, I guess I don't have the red mana to do that, so that doesn't even work. If I hit Fast Bond, though, then we're in business. I don't. But what do I want to have in my hand after this? Probably want Sneak Attack in my hand. And what else? I mean, my opponent's going to have Mana Flare with 7 open mana. Excavator's in my discard. Sail into the West does all of that. I guess just Preordain. And let's do it. Preserving a red mana. I don't have blue mana anymore. The Time Walk is in and out, but Fast Bond into Time Walk is. Learning more about their deck as we go. Discard my hand and draw 7? Yes. That was a really bad hit off Wheel of Fortune, by the way. Alright, what do you got, opponent? Mind Twist would be bad, so I'm glad that didn't happen. Ooh. Alright, well, next turn I hit them, I guess. Go. They have a full hand. Reanimating Archon doesn't really affect me. It kind of does, because then Ulamog doesn't hit all of their permanents. See what they can do with 8 mana. Sure. Soul Ring is fine. This makes Ulamog worse. So we're probably getting Archoned. Shallow Grave. Alright, we take a lot of damage. I'm just gonna discard Field of the Dead. I don't think Forest is really part of our plan here. But I mean, if we survive this turn, we have so much stuff going on. Because there's 15 cards left in our deck. We have Time Walk and Regrowth still in there. And the Flashback Time Spiral. Opponent is playing an X spell, which isn't Mind Twist. Oh, that's pretty bad. We don't like to see Sneak Attack. So right now I'm taking 9 plus 7. Okay. Tinted Prism. Beaumont. Am I dead exactly to Beaumont Courier? 9 plus 8 is 17. I think I'm dead exactly. This does 3, right? Yeah, I think I'm dead. 7 plus 3, yeah, we die. Okay. Alright, game 2 against Reanimator. I mean, I think diluting my deck only hurts us. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, I mean, this is the hand. It does something. Mana Flare, Wheel of Fortune, and a Dream. Kind of want to hit my land drops. I also want to play around Strip Mine. My opponent's running Beaumont Courier in a Reanimator deck. Also Ragavan. Okay, this is a bad land situation. Well, chose wrong. Hope for the best. This is something I've realized for a while. Magic is designed for you as an individual, like the player playing. It's not necessarily designed to maximize fun between players. Like I mean, if you watch this game, right? I was having a bunch of fun round 1. My opponent literally was doing nothing. They took no game actions. And then this game, my opponent's stealing my stuff. Like, it's fun for them. Just interesting. They hit my Garrick. That would have been pretty good if I had drawn a land, actually. Okay, well, they have Soul Ring. I mean, at this point, Mana Flare doesn't really do anything for them because they already have infinite mana. So let's just draw a land. We're running 18. Keep in mind, we're running 18 lands. They Mind Twist me for 3? That's not fun. Alright, what do you got? Sure. The 2 we wanted anyway. Not bad. Ugh. That really sucks. I mean, we're here. Take all your mana you need, opponent. Next turn we get to go Mana Flare, Wheel of Fortune, and Hope. If Ragavan hits Time Walk, that would be pretty bad. Just a forest. I mean, I would have liked a forest, but at least we can draw a forest off Wheel of Fortune. It's not that bad. And they didn't sneak attack, so that's good. What does Tenacious Underdog do? You may cast it from your graveyard using its Blitz ability. Sure. They're like a weird, aggressive Reanimator deck. What I want to see is Flashback Faithless Looting. Anything but Shieldred would be good. Shieldred would be devastating. Tali exiles cards until they reveal a non-land card. They can cast Sail into the West. Okay, so Sail into the West is exiled as well as one more of my lands. So we're running a little low. We do hit a land before all of this though, which is great. Black, blue, this. Yeah, turnabout, myself. And I guess I just want to save black mana. I don't know, Cruel Ultimatum does something. Land untap. And I have a bunch of red mana, so I'll just cast Wheel of Fortune with it. No more Sail into the West. So they had Shallow Grave and Mountain in hand. Okay. This hand's pretty bad. Yeah, this deck really needs Fast Bond. Maybe I'm just supposed to mulligan like all in for Fast Bond. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So I can hardcast Echo Vans and have no mana left over. I can sneak attack Ulamog into play. They just sacrifice some stuff. It doesn't matter that much. I think that's the option though. Emrakul would be way cooler, but I don't think I immediately die. Okay. So that happens. I'm taking 10, 11, 12. If they just have Lightning Bolt, I lose. Right? 79, 10, 11, 12. And I think it was in their deck. Does this trigger when it does damage? No, just when it enters. That also does it. Oh, that's right. I was just dead on board. GG's. Right? That's 7, 10, 15. All right. And I have no blockers. Oh man. Well, that deck was sweet. We got to show what it was capable of in round 1. I don't actually know. Okay, we got to show what it was capable in round 1. That's all that matters. That's what you draft Vintage Cube for. Just too dependent on Time Wall or Fast Bond, and that's fine. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, Algomancy is on Kickstarter. If you're interested, check it out in the description. It's a game I made that is more about player interaction and letting you play against your opponent, and it's also a full cube for only $69. So check it out. See you next time.